What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about Peru? Is it an ancient wonders or breathtaking landscapes? In this video, we'll take you on a journey through Peru's most iconic destinations. Machu Picchu's timeless beauty, the mysteries of the Nazca Lines, the vibrant culture of Cusco, and the serene waters of Lake Titicaca. From the depths of Colca Canyon to the awe-inspiring Inca Trail, discover why Peru is a land of dreams for adventurers and history lovers alike. And trust me, you'll want to stick around until the end because I've saved the very best for last. Perched high upon a ridge, 300 meters above the Urubamba River, the majestic Inca city of Machu Picchu is one of the most dramatic settings of a ruined city anywhere in the world. Almost as impressive as the ruins themselves is the spectacular backdrop of steep, lush, and often cloud-shrouded mountains. Standing near the caretaker's hut, looking out over Machu Picchu, the jungle-covered mountains, and the river far below, you can imagine why the Incas chose this place to build their city. From Aguascalientes, the town below Machu Picchu, a bus takes you up to Machu Picchu, about a 20-minute drive along a harrowing switchback road. It is possible to walk up this road to the site, but this is a long uphill climb and not recommended. The admission rules are that you must tour with a guide, you must follow a set tour route. Please keep in mind that you also have to enter the park at a designated time. The famous Inca Trail is a 4-day hike, which terminates at Machu Picchu and is regarded by many as the highlight of their trip to Peru. This scenic trail is often more demanding than what many people are expecting, but it's also rewarding and one of the most popular things to do in Peru. The hike must be done with an agency, and reservations should be booked well in advance, particularly in the high season of June to August. Some agencies offer a shorter version of the hike, which entails either the last 2 days or just the last day of the hike. There are campgrounds at intervals along the trail and one at the base of Machu Picchu. Depending on the type of tour, hikers can either carry their own backpack or have it transported for them. The daily number of hikers and porters on the trail is strictly enforced. Walking through the streets of Cusco is like wandering through a museum, with history built upon history in this UNESCO World Heritage Site. Inca ruins have been used in the foundations of many of the lovely old colonial buildings lining the narrow roads, showcasing the city's long history. The main square, Plaza de Armas, in the city center, is home to the cathedral and La Compañía, two equally impressive structures. The square is also a great place to start a walking tour, grab a meal, or people watch during the day. Now it's time to visit the sparkling blue water of Lake Titicaca is surrounded by rolling hills and traditional small villages. The lake area is a mix of beautiful scenery and culture that sets it apart from other regions of the country. Sitting at 3,820 meters above sea level, Lake Titicaca is known for being the highest navigable lake in the world. One of the main tourist attractions is the Uros floating islands, Islas Flotantes, which sustain small communities of Uros Indians. These are man-made islands constructed of reeds that have sustained a traditional way of life since the time of the Incas. A boat trip to the islands and surrounding villages is the best way to appreciate the lake. The main gateway to Lake Titicaca is the city of Puno, where you'll find hotels, restaurants, and travel agencies. There are trains and buses to Puno and flights in and out of the nearby city of Juliaca. Now, let's experience the magic of nature. Although it was once thought to be the deepest canyon in the world, Colca Canyon, Cañon del Colca, twice as deep as the Grand Canyon, is the second deepest after nearby Cotahuasi Canyon. The canyon reaches a depth of 3,400 meters and is the result of a seismic fault between two volcanoes. At the base far below is a winding river. We would recommend to spend a few days in the main city before visiting the canyon, to get used to the thinner air. Drink as much water as possible and avoid alcohol, since it decreases your oxygen level. Plan your trip and book a tour or guided hike. Bring the right gear, good hiking boots, sunblock, binoculars, etc. Now let's step into the world of mystery. The mysterious Nazca Lines are a group of over 700 geoglyphs made in the soil of the Nazca Desert in southern Peru. They are an unusual sight that will leave you with a sense of awe. These huge images on the desert floor were relatively undiscovered until planes flying over the area in the 1920s saw the lines from the air and realized they formed distinct patterns and images. From the air, it is possible to see 70 different plant and animal drawings, as well as hundreds of lines and other geometrical shapes. Some of these lines stretch as long as 10 kilometers, and they are spread over hundreds of square kilometers. While in the area, you may be interested in visiting of the cemetery of Chachila, which contains Nazca remains and mummies. Less than an hour's drive north of Cusco is our next stop, the beautiful Sacred Valley and the towns of Pisac, Urubamba, and Ollantaytambo. This fertile valley has many Inca ruins worth exploring, but is also a peaceful area to spend some time wandering through markets or soaking up local culture. A little out of the way but worth the trip is the town of Moray, with circular terracing used as an agricultural testing area by the Incas. Researchers feel that this innovative style of farming was the Incas' version of a greenhouse. Different levels in different areas had warmer or cooler temperatures, along with more or less sun. Among the highlights in the valley are the Pisac ruins and the Sunday market in Pisac. Smaller market days are held on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Here, you'll find an amazing selection of local handicrafts. An ideal place to snap a photo is from the top of the salt ponds, where you'll have the white salt ponds juxtaposed against the backdrop of the green valley in the distance. Next stop on our journey is Arequipa, at more than 2,300 meters, is often regarded as Peru's most beautiful city. Set against a backdrop of snow-capped mountains, the city center is a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site. Arequipa's main claim to fame is the old architecture constructed of silurstone, a volcanic rock that radiates a bright color in the sunlight. To visit Arequipa and the surrounding area, you need a bare minimum of 3 days, with 5 being the ideal number. You'll want at least 1 full day to enjoy the city and then 2 days to visit Colca Canyon, so 3 days is the absolute minimum. Just a half-hour flight from Cusco, Puerto Maldonado is a key jumping-off point for tours of the Amazon. This is a completely different experience than what you will find in other parts of Peru, with hot, humid jungle and a chance to see all kinds of unique wildlife. Caimans, capybara, monkeys, parrots, turtles, and piranhas are what you can expect to find in this part of the country. We suggest choosing the dry season for travel, April-October, packing lightweight, breathable clothing with long sleeves and pants, using strong insect repellent, wearing sturdy hiking boots, bringing a reusable water bottle. Also, we would recommend consulting your doctor about necessary vaccinations like yellow fever before your trip. Next, we'll be exploring capital of Peru, Lima. Lima's historic center is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The city was founded in the 1500s, and although many of the original structures were destroyed, it still holds significant historical value and is a beautiful place to wander around. One of the most pleasant places to visit in Lima is the main square, Plaza de Armas, Plaza Mayor, in the heart of the city's historic district. Leading off the square is the pedestrian street, Girón de la Unión, with shops, restaurants, and the historic Basilica Iglesia de la Merced. Our adventure takes us to a stunning area of mountains and valleys. The Cordillera Blanca draws mountain climbers, hikers, and outdoor enthusiasts from around the world. The Cordillera Blanca is home to Peru's highest peak, Huascarán. Also located in the same area of the Andes are 16 other mountains over 6,000 meters in height. Getting here takes a bit of work, and you need to be well prepared if you are planning an excursion into the heart of this region. The weather is extremely changeable. It can be snowing one minute and then blazing hot the next. The best time to visit is from April through to October. For the sporting type looking to try something a little different, the oasis resort of Huacachina on the outskirts of Ica has just the answer. This picture-perfect palm-fringed resort town just west of Ica is situated around a lagoon surrounded by huge sand dunes, some of which reach 1,000 meters in height. People come here to try out the sport of sandboarding. Similar to snowboarding, sandboarding involves surfing down the sand dunes on specially made sandboards, which can be rented in the area. For the less coordinated, renting dune buggies is another great way to get out and enjoy the landscape. As we conclude our exploration of Peru's top destinations, let's dive into the heart of its traditional cuisine. No visit to Peru is complete without indulging in its authentic food. Let's start with ceviche, Peru's national dish, featuring fresh raw fish marinated in lime juice, onions, and chili, served with sweet potatoes and corn. Another staple is lomo saltado, a savory stir-fry of marinated beef, onions, tomatoes, and fries, served with rice, blending Peruvian and Chinese culinary influences. If you like chicken, you definitely will enjoy ají de gallina, a creamy chicken stew made with ají amarillo peppers, bread, milk, and cheese, served over rice and potatoes. You can't miss a traditional rocoto relleno, spicy stuffed peppers filled with minced meat, cheese, and vegetables, baked to perfection and often served with potatoes. Another authentic food for meat lovers is anticuchos, flavorful skewers of marinated beef heart or chicken, grilled and served with corn and potatoes, often found in street food markets. Peruvian cuisine is steeped in history and tradition, offering a taste of the country's rich cultural heritage. From the awe-inspiring heights of Machu Picchu to the ancient mysteries of the Nazca Lines, Peru is a land of endless adventure and breathtaking beauty. Whether you're walking the legendary Inca Trail, marveling at the architectural wonders of Cusco, or soaking in the serene vistas of Lake Titicaca, there's something here for every traveler to cherish. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible travel destinations. Be sure to check the links in the description for tips to plan your own Peruvian adventure. See you in the next journey.